Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ghost Stories. Tonight, we're going to talk about a childhood ghost. In my lifetime, I have encountered and seen a lot of paranormal things. It makes me wonder whether or not that is something I possess or maybe just so happen to be in the right place at the right time. This particular encounter happened when I was a child, around maybe 10 years old when it all began. When I was around 3 years old, we moved to a different state and into an old Victorian house. The house was built around 1990, I believe. When I was around the age of 10, I began to notice a tall, dark figure around the house. I made a small comment to my parents, but they ignored it. The figure would visit me almost every night. I had no idea who he was or why he was there. This figure was darker than a pitch black room. I could see the vague resemblance of a top hat and some sort of coat. I would usually have dreams about him sitting on the end of my bed and trying to reach out to me, or playing with my hair. After these dreams, I would awaken to him standing in my doorway. He never did anything to hurt me, but he always made sure I was aware of him. I would often get afraid and call for my mom, and she would bring me into her bed and I would sleep there for the night. One particular memory of him always sticks in my head. One night, while I was sleeping in my parents' bed after being frightened by him, I heard a bang. It was loud enough to wake me up, but not loud enough to wake up my mom. I opened my eyes and looked around the room to find where it came from. I had noticed my father was gone from the bed, so I assumed he left for work. I then saw the man descend the stairs to the first floor. I rolled over and woke up my mother and asked why Dad had left. He said he had left about an hour ago, so this was definitely not him. I continued to see the man trying to reach out to me and do random things in the house to get my attention. Around the age of 13 is when I moved out of that house. I continued to see him until the day I left. To this day, I still think about him and wonder who he was or what he was. Seeing as though he did not follow me to the next house, I assumed he was trapped there. Again, this is just another one of my experiences. And if you do not believe me, that is fine. Even though I was a little kid, I without a doubt believe he was real. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this story and want to have more content, leave a like and subscribe.